Alright, welcome back to Kunado Chronicles. That's the one. I get changed in my room and then leave the palace.
オーナー、春姫様を待つようでしたら、王宮の執務室が最適だと思われますが。
You doesn't understand why I'm leaving? I remembered something I need to do before I talk to her. I gave my answer while heading towards the already brightly illuminated canto. I turn off from the Cratworth district and head towards the riverbed. I reach the dorms used by the residents, which Yuri has mentioned in the past. I tell the fox mask at the entrance to let Yuri know, if she's there, to come to the river once she wakes up. The first one I try isn't the one she stays in, but she's pretty famous by now, and the fox masks let me know, it's one of the swords, that my message will be delivered. So I wait at the river. I thought we were gonna go straight for you,
ユーリ様に用事ですか?
But not yet, it seems. Yes, this is an impromptu thing, so you haven't forgotten anything.
それは安心しましたが、今のオーナーが春姫様より優先される用事がありましたか?
Shh, don't expose my security. God damn it, I'm scared. That's what this is. I mean, I'm about to explain to you. Then I hear footsteps. Yuri is standing in front of me. What an earlier riser!
どうしたんですか、シン様?
Yuri seems puzzled by me calling her out.
何か自分の頭を殴りつけて倒れていたそうですが、それとこんな時間に私を呼び出したことに関係が?
You don't sound very surprised.
はあ、あなたのすることは不思議なことばかりですし、自分の頭を殴った程度でどうにかなるとは思っていませんでしたから。
You trust me?
慣れです。
Yuri can just let things out like they are. That's why I give a relaxed laugh. Although I think there are some notes of sadness mixed in today. Yuri, I said I do show you the future, didn't I? More of the future?
はい。
Yuri recalls the discussion and her expression tightens. She gives a nod. The night after Yuri and Haruhime's fight, we stood here and decided how to proceed. I said I didn't understand what it means to love someone.
はい。
And you said you loved me?
ああ。
I'm so very sorry, Yuri. To say that I'm sorry? Oh god, I can't get candy! Yuri leans her head back. She looks up at the sky. She's realized already. The reason I'm here? My answer? There is no need to give her all the details. Yuri, I'm sorry. This doesn't feel like our final destination. And yet I've already decided to choose Haruhime. I need to do this to make this right before I confess anything to Haruhime. I had a similar exchange with the twins, but they have received something of an answer already. I think my answer to them was pretty clear. But I've been keeping Yuri waiting.
はい。
Yuri brings her head back down. She looks right at me. Her stance firm, her attitude positive.
話はわかりました。納得もしています。むしろ、春姫様は私から見ても最高の女性です。しかし、だからこそ、すまないという言葉は心外です。
Yuri's back is straight as a rod.
あなたが何を選ぼうとも、私は、私の意志で見届けるとお伝えしました。
That's right. I take back my apology. That was rude. There was also talk of letting her punch me, but I decided not to bring that up. That's what I wanted. For you to watch over me. That's why I'm here to tell you first.
はい。それはありがとうございます。
Then Yuri frowns a little. She thinks.
未練ということではなく、一つ聞きたいのですが。
Okay, I'll answer truthfully if I can.
なぜ、私、いえ、春姫様なのでしょう。
Why not me and Haruhime? That's not, that's your question. Why not me? Why Lady Haruhime? She only seeks the truth. A question Yuri is capable of asking. Now she has become an individual herself. I said I do to play honestly, and I stand by it. I still care for you deeply, Yuri.
まったく。春姫様を選ぶというなら、ちゃんと春姫様だけを大事にしてあげてください。
Yuri is quick to tell me off. Yeah, I understand that.
もしも春姫様を泣かせるようなことがあれば、護衛隊の総力を持ってあなたを殺します。
That doesn't sound like a joke. Not that I have plans to upset her. Anyway, what I'm saying is, I easily could have chosen you over her. That's how close it feels. I could have chosen the twins too. Who can resist a 2-for-1? All of them are so appealing. But if you want to know why I did choose Haruhime over you, a sad smile forms on my face, although I try to stop it. It's because she's weaker than you. She's weaker than you are. That's the only reason.
それは、なるほど。仕方ないですね。
Yuri gives a sigh.
今の私が春姫様を見ていると、シン様が昔の私を変えようとした時の気持ちが少しわかる気がします。
Now she can understand that she's stronger than Haruhime. Not in terms of military strength. As a person, a Kodadama user, the Ishinokami, ruler of Kanto, sister of the hero, and just a lone single girl who felt more freedom back when she was wearing a fox mask. I'm going to meet with Haruhime. Will you please see me off?
私にあなたに振られて一人で泣く時間もいただけないのですか。
You already placed a mock victim. I slap my shoulders. If Haruhime dumps me after all this, I'm not sure if I'll cry or laugh.
そうですね。
Yuri plays along? This is it then? The moment Yuri dumped me? Okay, time to go and find out what's going to happen. My resolve is firm, and I prepare to head to the palace to see Haruhime.
一つお願いがあります。
Yuri calls me back. A request? Whatever I can do, I'll do it. Maybe I sound a little too much like a fairy godmother, but I am willing to give it a bibbity try. Yuri stands up straight, puffing out her chest.
あなたが私への後悔を抱えているのなら、必要ないことなのですが、その気持ちを春姫様を幸せにすることに上乗せしてください。
Turn my feelings about you towards Haruhime? I'm not surprised at this proposal coming from Yuri, but I do give a sigh. Sounds like I'm going to have to push happiness to a whole new level. Taking Haruhime to an atmospheric spot, gently professing my love, and confirming our feelings for each other. That kind of run-of-the-mill confession isn't going to cut it this time.
挑戦する価値のあることです。
Yuri gives an unsettling laugh. She's not testing me. She trusts me. That I'm going to show her more of the future. Sounds like I'm going to have to rethink my plans.
時間が必要ですか？
Yuri knows how I work and asks if I need longer to formulate a plan. Nope. Sometimes I should just charge in without thinking too much.
Eh?
If I play this by the book, I'm never going to make her happy enough for two whole people. If this is what I have to do, I should pile on my feelings not just for Yuri, but the twins too. I'm going to make Haruhime the happiest moment in Kanto. I can see the first step towards that already. A public execution. I arrive on the roofs of the Crafters District. Yuri is watching from the ground. Other people are also starting to pay attention from down below, wondering what the Hachino Kami is doing up on the roof so early. That's fine. I am your enemy. The words come back to me. I am going to force you to do new things. Time to fulfill one of those promises. This is also what the king said to you.
あなたたちも自分のしたいこと考えてみなさい。
The Ichinokami you all adore. Today I shall slay her for you. I laugh. I glide towards the palace and suck down a lungful of August summer air. Come out, Ichinokami. I declare the Kodama in the loudest voice I think I've ever used to do so. That should have reached the palace. It echoes up the buildings of the Crafters District. This really gets me some attention, with people coming out from every nook and cranny to see what's going on. And wait a moment. People are also coming out from the palace gates. But separate from them, a cherry pink shadow leaps into the air, not using the roads, shipping in a direct line from the palace to the Crafters District. The shape lands with a light sound in front of me.
兄様、おはようございます。目が覚めていたのですね。
Hi. Haruhime adjusts her rumple clothing, her voice light. She's not the exposed self she shared with me that day. Her older face is back in place.
一応ですが、兄様の言霊はすぐに解除して、自分の足で参りました。
Well, you came, so that's all that matters. The results are the same.
それで、ここまで目立つ形で私を呼び出した理由は何でしょう？
I want to give you my reply. Haruhime is keeping it light, but I get straight to the point.
そうですか。思考としては面白いので悪い気はしませんね。
Her expression isn't changed. I take a glance at the Kanto gem pop, watching us.
どんな形であれ、お返事をいただけることは良いのですが、これでも一応、あなたが自分を大事にされていないことには腹を立てています。
Haruhime is still smiling. No helping that. Haruhime and I had our fight in the fields. I thought that was the one and only time I would fight her. But I was wrong. Here we are, facing off again. This won't be a physical fight. But Kodama users can face up just using words. Haru, you're smart. You already know what I'm going to say.
まあ、自分で自分のことを賢いという気にはなりませんが。
Haruhime puts a hand on her cheek with a mocking expression on her face. I wasn't going to call her out like this just to turn her down, surely. That means the Ichinokami and Hachinokami are going to start dating? That's nomenclature. A male and female Kotodama user coming together? If that's the nomenclature, produce the next generation of Katadama users. The greatest hope of the onlooking Kanto residents. Okay, she must have expected this much. This is what she's been hoping for, as ruler, since I awoke. I am half in.
半分
I keep my voice low, so only we can hear. Haruhime looks puzzled by my comment. Haru, I'm going to ask you a question, here in front of everyone. When you answer it, you'll understand what I mean by half, and you'll get the answer you want.
面白そうですね
Haruhime is still at ease, but there's also something ferocious flashing in her smile. A showdown of words. She understands that I'm going to test her. Everyone knows that a Kodadama user can't lie. But she doesn't have anything she needs to hide. She's the perfect girl. Even if I reveal the kiss, we're about to become a couple. So that doesn't matter either. The fact she is losing her sense of taste would only be further proof of the strength of our Kodadama. There's the possibility of me rejecting her. Almost impossible, but still an option. But even if I did that, in this setting, my reputation would suffer, not hers.
質問は何でしょう
Nothing major. I relax and make the proclamation. Haruhime, answer this in front of all these people. Have you ever cried?
ありません
Haruhime responds without batting an eyelid.
私は一の神であり関東の統治者ですもちろん迷うことや悩むこともありますし茜に座を譲ろうとした時のように間違った選択をすることもありますそれでも関東の人間として泣くような弱いものではありません
She replies without falsehood for everyone to hear. I thought as much. She's never cried. Not once. Even when emotional, even when in pain, tears may well up in her eyes. But she's never cried out of regret or sadness. Because she's the perfect girl. And because she's perfect. Because she accepts her weakness. She's the sword that will not break.
質問は終わりですよね
Haruhime tilts her head at my silence. She answers my question without an issue, but still doesn't understand what I meant by half. I move in closer to Haruhime. I come within reach and then take her hand. A soft, small hand.
あらもうよろしいのですね
We take each other's hands. All of us could confess, and that would lead us to both admitting our feelings. Haru, have you ever cried? I ask the same question again. There's only one thing I want to ask.
何です
Haruhime looks perplexed at my approach. She looks up at me. She is wondering what I want. Human hands are so warm. Human kid is such a I'll get her hand into my own. Haruhime's hand is warm, but also a little cool. My body is warmer than hers. Haru, have you ever cried? I repeat the question.
ありません
Haruhime makes the same reply. A little bit of agitation. But she's a little bit shaken because she doesn't understand what I'm after. Of course. She's not putting a brave face on it. Regardless of being a Kodadama user or not, she's just telling the truth. No matter how many times I ask, the answer is the same. Haru, human warmth is so nice.
だから何
Haruhime tries to ask me more, but I draw her towards me. Wow, so small. Drawn into my arms, Haruhime makes a small noise. In that same moment, the fox masks watching us also make eager noises. Just as Haruhime desired. A male and female Kotodama are coming together. Maybe quite soon.
なんです。
Haruhime asks, in a quiet voice only I can hear, still held in my arms. I reply in a voice that only she can hear. Haru, no matter how many words you speak, I don't think you can really expose your true self. I understand. I am the same as you. No parents to give me love. I was held by a cold cradle of steel from even before I was born. So I have to learn, using something higher than words. Haru, you're so warm. Human warmth is so nice. Haruhime has stopped. She's listening to me and feeling my warmth. Like Tsubame, sniffling at the knee of Natsuhime. There are things that even the ultimate Kotodama user cannot impart using words. Some things that the heat of summer cannot melt can be melted by human touch. Haru, I want my words to reach as deep inside you as it's possible to go. Before my dick does. I don't want you to be perfect anymore. I want everyone to know that even you aren't perfect. That's the happiness that I want to give to you. Haruhime makes a small sound of surprise. I'm half in on the plan. I want to become an item. If that's the nomenclature. But don't want to do it for the sake of anyone else. Not for the people of Kanta. For us. Not to become gods. Not to become heroes. If I'm going to break one of the symbols of Kanta, the fox mask, then why not break an arrow one too? I'm going to break them. The 8 swords. The strongest of them. The Ichinokami. I'm going to kill that name. Done and destined. I'm going to let everyone know that their Ichinokami, their ruler, is just another normal girl. This is a wound that I wanted to inflict on the girl Natsuhime. If only I'd been given that chance. Haru. I have no idea how much suffering and pain you have had to swallow to get this far. But I do understand how hard you have to work. No matter how smart she is, she can't do everything. No matter the strength of her resolve, she can't accept everything. Pain and suffering build up in the human heart. One by one, like cherry blossoms, small and light, but piling up into hundreds, thousands, millions. It's only been a little over 100 days since you lost your sister and become ruler. But you've been yourself for all the time before that. Haruhime doesn't make a sound. She's just breathing quietly, pressed against me, feeling my warmth, and looking at my boobs. In Kanto, a place where individuality is whittled to nothing, she had her eyes open this entire time. Even with the fox mask on, she looked out at the world with her own clear intent. She searched for hope and happiness. They were nowhere to be found. This world is wrong. But even knowing that, she accepted this mistaken world and loved it. Tried to change it, wished to let everyone see hope and happiness. How lonely that must have been. How hard. There is no need to be so strong. There is no need to hold it all in. There is no need to carry on alone. Her throat makes a single sound. The strength drains just a little from her body. Words aren't enough. But now I'm touching her, holding her. She can feel my warmth, human warmth. Haru, I'm going to change the world. Not just Kanta. I'm going to change your heart too. Haruhime grits her teeth. Her body is shaking. Her legs are unable to support herself, and she's barely standing, clinging to me. Haru, I'm going to ask you one more time. Haru, have you ever cried? Haruhime's body convulses. There are words, the meaning of which can't be imparted merely by other words. Haru, have you ever cried? You can cry now. A loud cry tears out from Haruhime's throat. She was leaning on me, but even that isn't enough, and she collapses to the rooftop. With her knees bent, torso leaning over, she clings to my hand and lets herself cry. Haruhime cries her eyes out. This is her first time ever, so she isn't very good at it. But she's finally exposing herself. I quietly watch over her. The people of Kanto have lost their words too, listening to Haruhime's wails. Haruhime punches down under the rooftop. She isn't enchanced using the katadama. There's no cracked tiles or split wood. It's just a young girl's fist turned red from the impact. Haruhime hammers on the roof over and over. But the only thing she's damaging is her hand. And then... Haruhime looks like she's going to run out her head. But then she stops. Her strength melts away. She spat it all out. And now she relaxes. Everything in Kanto falls silent. Even the fox masks aren't muttering a single word. Yuri might be shocked too, down there somewhere. No one expected the Ichinokami to break down in tears. Some of them are probably yet to even process what this means. No, we're not doomed, random citizen. I'll look away from Haruhime just for a moment to give her some time. The sky is beautiful. I give a pause, then kneel down and hug Haruhime again, enveloping her. Haruhime, Haru, I love you. I give her my compassion. It's only something small, but it rings out across all of Silent Kanto. Haruhime doesn't reply, but she clings to me as tightly as she can, pushed down as though drowning, buried in the falling petals. I don't need words to understand her reply. Hey, get the fuck out of here! The video's out!